All right, guys. So I'm gonna put this video here right before the tier list out that I'm about to edit, but I just remember that I haven't shown anyone the squad yet, the club. So this is the club. This is the name. I'm on the North American server. So if you're on the North American server, you can search the squad, and you can reply. You can send your request in to get added. I have a few members so far, a few players, just me and another guy in Legend. My boy Servin, who's in Superstar. He's eventually gonna get to Legend. He's a really good like cat player. And then these are those persons who end up finding. He's the first person I added. He found it quickly. Yeah, so if you're just trying to find people that you want to rank up with, play with, I think if you want to play with me, you'd have to be in Superstar. Um, but yeah, eventually, if you're able to, if you're in Superstar, eventually hit Superstar. Send your request in. If you're really trying to grind and play the game, um, in ranked, then yeah, you can find a squad and then join in. So yeah, that's gonna be all. Let's head right into the tier list. All right, guys. So today I will be doing a tier list. A few people have demanded this now. I did a recent video just doing like the best players that I've seen and stuff in PvP and the best players to invest in. So I'll just probably just do a little formal tier list here. So I'm gonna just be doing this on S rank, being like some of the best characters in the game. To see, I don't know how many C rank players I'm gonna have in this list, because I don't think there are that many like bad characters, and a lot of these players on this list I have not seen in ranked. I haven't seen since like maybe like star or all star or something. So a lot of these players I'm not gonna have enough information on to make a clear judgment on, but I'm gonna try to do with the players that I see very often and just who I think are just like the best players in rank right now. So I'm gonna start off and put who I think is probably just the best player in the game right now in Cat. If you've seen Cat, Cat is like so dynamic as a scorer and rebounder. He covers like almost all facets of the game. Like, and since he's matched up with other centers, he's gonna be matched up with a Brook Lopez, a Jokic, a Embiid. Like, he's just gonna a Bam. He's just gonna be able to get by like majority of players of other centers and just shoot right over them, or like create enough space to get his shot off. And he's such a lethal three-point shooter and mid-range shooter. It's like, I think he's just probably just the best player in the game right now. Another player who I will put in the S rank, Giannis. Now, Giannis is like very like, when I used him, I was surprised at how fast he was for his size. Like, he was fast, he can play defense, and obviously he can't shoot, so you're really just trying to drive and dunk with him. But like, he has that Euro step ability. Like, if you, I don't know if like, well, if you're not in the higher ranks, like you might not run into like people who use Giannis like that if you're not there. But the players that I go against, they know how to spam that Euro step dunk every single time. Like, they could, like, you could pass it to them every single possession and they'll get it off, and it's not blockable. I've not seen it being blocked. So like, he's just one of the best players in the game right now based off of that. Now, another player that I want to put here is Embiid. Now, Embiid, when you're using him at this rank now, 81, like just base, he's not that good. He's a player that needs dupes to like flesh out what he's able to do. Like, I think like the first upgrade, he doesn't really get much. I think he just gets a nimble crossover, but later on, like, he probably gets better shooting stats and better rebound rate and all this other stuff and better badges. So like, when you rank him up, he gets to like a really good level. I played with a really good MB player. Like, all he did was like pump fake, pump fake, pump fake until he got a dunk off. So he can be one of the best players in the game just based off that. Like, he's really good. Now, another player, who else would I put in this S rank? Um, I think like, because he's not out yet. Wait, hold on. Let me just, where is? Yeah, let me just put Paul George here. He is the best all-around player in this game. Um, he's great offensively, great defensively. Like I don't know what else much to say about him. Like he's just the best all-around character to have in this game right now. Like bar none. Um, I want to put Harden here due to the fact that because he isn't out yet, but when he does come out and people are able to pull this man more often and more of them are going to be on the market, like how Tatum is and Giannis is, like all those players like they're normally on the market. I think I will put him there. I've played against a few Hardens and he actually has that step back shot in game, like his double step back, and it's almost unguardable. And I looked at his 3-point rating with one upgrade, one or two upgrades or something. Like he gets to like a 863 pointer. If you have that plus the double step back, how do you guard this man? I think he's going to end up being one of the best players in the game once he like releases on his own banner and like he's able to get pulled that often. Now let me just go in order of the players that are there. Who is really good? Now I can't give an opinion on Steph. I've only seen like 2 or 3 of the Steph in PvP, so I can't do an opinion there. LeBron. Now LeBron doesn't have good shooting stats, but he does have he still has his glitchy dunks. It's not the same dunks, but he has his own dunks where he's not in a position where the opposing player can really block it. So based off of that, and he plays good defense too. I think I'll put him in 8th here right now. I don't think he's on the level of either of these players up here. I think those are just the main S tiers. Jokic. Jokic has a good exclusive skill with when he goes into offensive engine. Once he triggers, he gets the passing rate on players, their shot goes up and stuff. He gets rebound rate. He gets like a collision effect where once he activates his post up or his screen, opposing players can they just get sucked into it. So based off that, I might put him I don't he can shoot, but I don't really see Jokic players shoot with him. A or B. I think I'll put him in B tier. I think he's good. I think eventually players are going to catch on to what he's able to provide. But right now in the rank that I'm at, I don't see that many Jokic's. I mostly see Cats and Embiid. Those are the ones that you really see. Kawhi. Like I also put Kawhi here. I've only seen like a few Kawhis, but like I think nah, I'm putting him here. I don't think I've seen enough. I've seen a few to make a judgment on. AD, I haven't really gone against a really good AD player. So this is hard for me to judge him. So I'll also do that. I have not seen or used enough of him. Now, if KD is like the same level or better at like his rookie card, I think I have to put him in A. Oh, it did Dame. Well, yeah, this is where Dame would be as well, but I think if he's the same level of character as his rookie counterpart, then I'd have to put him in A. He shoots over everyone. He has good mid-range and good 3-point stats. He has great badges. Like he's just one of the best small forwards in the game. Dame, like I made my video on Dame. I know that one was going to be controversial because with Dame, as I said, the only real problem with Dame outside of defense, which a lot of point guards have, is his dribble moves. That is the biggest problem with Dame. I'm not saying that you can't get open with Dame off dribble moves. It's just really hard to. Even at you'd have to get him up to like an 87, like get him up to rank 5 or rank 6 for him to really start looking effective. Like, because what Dame players do what they normally do is they normally have once they have their center, the center just comes and screens for them. They get the screen. Once the guy guarding them gets trapped in the screening animation, they'll just shoot it, and then it's a wide open shot every single time. Or they'll be fading, and then he'll just drill shots. So Dame is a really good shooter. If you're looking to do that, him and Steph are probably just on the same tier. Let me even find Steph and just put him there as well, because I definitely think that Steph is on that same level. Where's Steph? Rookie Steph, rookie Steph, rookie Steph. Are the rookie cards not here? No, it doesn't look like the rookie cards aren't here. Huh. Well, yeah, I'll put Steph in A rank as well. I think he's on the same tier. He's basically the same version as Dame. So yeah. Luka, I have not seen enough to make a judgment on. Um, Based off his stats, I looked at his stats. Like, he's a good 3-point shooter. Pretty slow, not as good defensively, obviously. But I know these guys' stats. I know they're good, but I don't see them used, so I can't tell if they are. Now, Tatum is basically the same. He's basically Dame but taller. He's legit the same. He's a really good 3-point shooter. Plays good defense. Can dribble, obviously, create his own shot. Like, he's on the same tier as Dame. He's like basically the same player. Devin Booker. Now, I've gone against a few Devin Bookers, but he's not as good as Dame. So I'll put him here. I'll put him in B tier. I don't think he's as good as Dame in terms of shooting. Shot creation is probably better, but I don't see any skill or anything about Devin Booker that makes him better than Dame. Kyrie, I'd actually put Kyrie in C tier right now. I know my boy Perceptor, he's using him right now. He has good dribble moves, can create his own shot, but due to his his defense is so bad. Like, if you're like any player that's guarding, that he has guarding him, like, or he's guarding, like they just trigger the dizzy ankle breaker animation so often with him. So it's like it's really hard to like really say he's a viable option when like you're just gonna get beat all the time when you use this character. But he seems to have good mid-range and good 3-point stats. And obviously, as I said, he has really good dribble moves, but his dribble moves are so complicated. Like, it has to be like when he's in phase 1, then you're able to do this. When he's in phase 2 of his dribble move, like, it's so much stuff. But yeah, he's all right, but I don't think due to his defense he's that good. Bam is a good center. Bam is like, he doesn't bring much other than just defense and rebounding, and obviously shot blocking, but not as much as like a Gobert. I don't really see Bam block shots like that. So he's really there for just playing defense and rebounding. I guess I'd put him in the same tier. I don't think that there's any like D-ranked players. There might be, but I don't see them that often. Jimmy is the same thing with Jimmy. I've seen a few Jimmys. I've used Jimmy as well. He can't score. He's really just there to play defense. That's it. Zion's a weird one because I see Zion, but the Zion players that I see can't score with him. Like, he's supposed to be like a driving monster, but they try to shoot shots, and like, he doesn't have enough dribble moves to get by, to get his dunks off. But I've been told that a higher ranking Zion is pretty good, but I don't see him as that good. Like, I don't see him that often in PvP, so I would put him on the same tier as these guys. Trey, like, I've seen Trey, but I haven't seen Trey enough to make a good judgment on him. Now, I would put Ja in A rank. He's really fast. He has good dribble moves, can create separation, and he has glitchy dunks. His tomahawk dunk, like, it's one of those glitchy dunks that you rarely see get blocked. So based off that, I would have to put Ja here. He's not a good 3-point shooter. I know he can hit the mid range. He's a mid range shooter. I haven't looked at his badges or anything. Most of these guys I haven't looked at their badges, but as I said, this is just based off what I see in PvP, how people use them, how effective they are, and if I've used them a little bit or anything, I'll put that in there. But I think Ja is one of the best point guards in the game. Sabonis. Sabonis, I think Sabonis is a passing type and he has that passing ability. He's almost like the same as Jokic, but just smaller. But he can rebound as well. Is he better than Bam? Nah, I can't say that. I don't see him more than Bam. So I can't say if he's better. I see Bam a little bit more than him. So I'll say that there. I'll put him in C rank. He's good rebounder. Can play a little defense. Shooting, I don't really see people take shots with him, but I think he has a passing ability. So he's good there. Shea. Is Shea better than Kyrie? I think so. I think straight up Shea is better than Kyrie. Gobert is a rising option. Now, he could almost be an S rank. He almost could be there. He's one of the top 3 or 4 centers in the game. Oh, I should look for Brook Lopez. Hold on. I'm just gonna find him right now. He's A rank. He's borderline S rank. He might be S rank. Like he has great 3-point. He has a great 3-point shot. It's a little slow, so it's hard to time, but he has a great 3-point shot. He also is just a really great shot blocker and rebounder. He's just a 3-and-D, like true 3-and-D player. He's a top 3 center in the game. He really is. Is he on the same level as nah? He's not. He's one of the best centers in the game. Yeah, I'll put him there. Siakam's A rank. This is not in order. Like I'm not like ranking them in order of where they should be or anything. This is just a general rank or tier that they're in. Siakam, as I said before, he has one of the most broken ability. He has the most broken ability in the game. Just based off that, I think I have to put him in A rank because once he starts getting rebounds, once he starts scoring, like he affects his opposing player so much that you just cannot overlook that ability. It's the strongest ability in the game. So I have to put him in A rank just based off that. Julius Randle, I'd put him here. I don't see him that often. Every time I've seen him though, he's not that good. I played with one good one that knows how to drive with him and take shots with him, but he's on the same tier as these guys. Like I'd have to say that. I haven't seen him here. I've seen JJJ, but not enough. I would put De'Aaron in this tier. I think he's B tier. I'd also put Donovan Mitchell in B tier. They're good shooters. Well, good mid-range shooters. Donovan Mitchell is good at shooting mid-ranges and threes. They're obviously dunk machines. That's where you're really using them. You're using them to drive by and get dunks off. But I don't think they're both as good as Ja. So that's the reason why they're there in this rank. But obviously they could move up if I were to take a probably better look at their skills and what they're able to provide. But just based off what I see in PvP, how often I don't really see these characters that often. I see Donovan Mitchell more than I see De'Aaron Fox, but I see Ja more than both these guys. So just based off that, I'll put him there. I think he's better there. Drew Holiday, he's a great defensive player. Yeah, I'll just put him here. He's a great defensive player, and I think he can hit the 3. I've played against some that can hit 3s with him, but he's just really there for defense and nothing more. So I'll have to put him there. Don't see him. I've seen a few plays, actually. I have. He's a good 3-point shooter, and I'm not sure about defense, but I'll put him in the same rank here. Not seeing a Porzingis, a BI. Laurie is actually just one of the best, if not the best. No, is he better than Siakam? He might be. Laurie's just one of the best power forwards in the game. He's fast, he can move, he can dribble, he has a great three-point shot, he can rebound, he can block shots. Like, he's actually just one of the best all-around characters in the game. So if that's what you like, then like if you like big men that can score and shoot and dribble and get by players, but can also rebound and block shots, like a Cat or an Embiid or a Brook, like I think he's offensively, he's better than Brook, but he's not better than Brook defensively, and that's where I have Brook over him. Bogdanovich. Now, this is a tricky one for me because Bogdanovich is a riser right now in PvP. More people are figuring out, like, okay, this man is really good at shooting threes, but he's pretty slow. So the way most people get open with Bogdanovich is off-ball movement. Like, they just know how to. You have to know how to get open, try to get by your player, and then use your dribble moves here and there and create a little bit of separation. But he does have clutch shooter, and he has clutch shooter and a bunch of other three-point badges. He's really deadly from three. I think I'd put him in the same tier here. I would. Yeah, I put him there. LaMelo. I'd put him. I think I'd put him here actually. Like, I see LaMelo on the same tier as these guys, but the LaMelo players that I play with, they don't really play defense, and I know he has good three-point stats, but I don't see them shoot threes with him like that. Like, I don't see LaMelo players play offensively. Like, they're more like he's a passing type player. I get that, but like, I don't see the value of ranking up this card and using it if you're just gonna pass the ball that often and rely on teammates. Especially if you're playing solo, if you're gonna play solo, like, I don't know why you'd use LaMelo. But if you're running a team, I think players like LaMelo, Jokic, and Tyrese, which I'd also put in this same tier, I feel like eventually these characters are gonna rise. If you're gonna run with at least one other player, one other friend or something, and you're able to take advantage of their passing abilities, I think they'll start to rise more in PvP, like how Bogdanovich is rising right now. Draymond played against a few Draymonds, but not enough to judge. Aaron Gordon. Mm. Aaron Gordon is a good three-point shooter, and he has glitchy dunks as well. He has glitchy dunks. He's good. Yeah, I'd put him over these guys. I think, yeah, I put him over Zion based on the fact that he can shoot. Yeah, so that's how I'll do that there. Andrew Wiggins. I've seen a few Wiggins, but just a few. So I can't give a good grade on Wiggins. But I think I'll put him here based off what I've seen. He's a good defender. He's a good three-point shooter. Yeah, so he's just a 3-and-D guy. I think he's on the same tier as most of these guys here. Jalen Green, I've seen a good amount of Jalen Greens, so I put him here. Not the higher I've ranked, I haven't seen him that much, but just based off the early parts of when you're in Superstar, you will see guys like Jalen Green and Wiggins. In Legend, the players that you see are most of these top guys. These guys right here are what dominate Legend. Like rookie KD instead of this KD, but that's why I base this KD off of. If he's like the same tier as his rookie card, this is where his rookie card would be. Or maybe I should just say that this KD is basically the rookie card, substituting for the rookie card. But yeah, this is where he'd be. So Jalen Green is someone that I know has good stats. He's a dunking player like these two guys, but you just don't see him that often. So if you're gonna run someone, I would say he's a shooting guard as well, right? So I would think Donovan Mitchell is just better. I think Donovan Mitchell is just better than what he provides. Don't see that many Marcus Smarts. Dinwiddie. Now, I would have to say he's better. Like he has to be better than all these guys. Dinwiddie and Jordan Poole. They are two of the best. They're interchangeable as the two best point guards in the game right now. Point blank. Period. They're just interchangeable as the best point guards in the game. Um, it depends on what you want to do. Like I think Poole as a shooter he's just slightly worse than Dame, but he has a better handle and slightly better defense than Dame. And when compared to Dinwiddie, I think Poole has better due to the fact that he has a jab step. Jab step is so good because like you can get the dizzy animation just off the jab step. But with Dinwiddie, he doesn't have that. So the moment you tap the crossover button, he's just gonna go into his dribble package. And then you have to know exactly what you're gonna do once that triggers to create the space. With Poole, you can just jab step, whatever the defender gives you. If he goes left, he goes right, then you can make a move off that. He just opens more options, and he's also a better mid-range shooter than Dinwiddie. They're the same level three-pointer, but due to the fact of that and his ability, I put him over Dinwiddie. So he's probably like either the best or second best point guard in the game. I would personally put him as the best point guard in the game currently. Clint Capella, I would say he's on like the same level as like Bam or a little worse than Bam. He's like the same type of player there. D'Angelo Russell, I would also put him in like the C tier. He's good. Don't see RJ's. Barely see Keldon Johnson's. I know Jonathan Isaac actually has good stats and stuff. Like he can be good. So I'll put him here. Don't really see Van Vliet's. Don't really see Conley's. Don't really see John Collins. Well, actually, yeah, I do, but I don't think he's good enough. Don't see Lowry's. I don't see D Rose's. Don't see this guy. Don't see this guy. Drummond actually just I don't see. I've seen him if there's no option, but I don't think he's good. So he might just be one of the worst players there. Don't see these guys. Don't see these guys. Don't see these guys. Don't see these guys. So who are the players that I know are in high-ranking PvP that I have not seen? Like, as I said with Steph. Okay, let me just put this Steph here and then replace and say this is the rookie Steph. I'll just say that this is the rookie Steph and not legendary Steph. Or if this Steph is on the same tier as rookie Steph, then he should be in this rank. But because of that, I'll just leave them there. KD and Curry, they're basically the same tier if they're the rookie players. And I think if you rank these guys up, if they're the same build as the character, they would be in the same tier. What other player have I not seen that I normally see in rank that I don't see right now? I think these are just all the characters that are in game currently. Yeah. So yeah, this is gonna be the tier list. I think, as I said, I truly believe that Cat is probably just the best player in the game. I just think he is. He provides way too much offensively and defensively to consider anything else, like as just the best player. Giannis is just too strong. Like if you know how to trigger his Euro step dunk every time, like you can't stop this. Same thing with Embiid. Like Embiid he's just an in-between of these two players. Like he can dunk and he can score. If you know how to use him right, then he's just one of the best players in the game. PG provides way too much offensively and defensively. He's the perfect in-between player in the game. So like I just think he's one of the best players in the game. Harden, if you've played against a Harden, played with a Harden, eventually when Harden comes out, you guys are going to see he is a dangerous three-point shooter, and that double step back shot is quite literally almost unguardable in the game. You'd have to be able to predict when he's going to do that to guard that, and like he's just going to end up being one of the best players in the game. Brook Lopez, as I said before, he's like the best three, probably the best 3-and-D player in the game. Like he's a shot blocker and a rebounder, while also being able to hit. Well, he's not as good a shooter as obviously Cat, but like if he's open, you can rely. If you get a good release, you can rely on him to hit open threes. And I'm not going to go through all the A rank players, but there's just a reason. There's just some downfalls with these characters that don't put them on the same rank as these guys. Either not they're not as good offensively or they're not as good defensively. I think these characters here are just so good at one thing, or like they're really good at both, but there's one thing that pushes them all over the top compared to all these other guys. Um, so yeah, B tier. These are characters that are good. These are characters that are just good. You don't see them. They're not great. They don't separate themselves from like the A rank players. Like these are characters like you see that often, but they're good options. They're good secondary options to all the characters up here. C tier. These are characters I don't really see, or when I see them, the players that use them either they don't know how to use them, or the character is just not good enough to make an impact in game. But they have good traits and like one or two good things that they have for them. And then obviously these are the characters I don't see often enough to judge. So yeah, that's gonna be the list there. Hope y'all enjoyed. Thanks for watching. When more characters come out, I'll probably do a tier list. I might. Would I do a tier list? Nah, I wouldn't change anything. If there's any like major patches or when a bunch of more players come out, then I'll try to redo this tier list. But yeah, that's gonna be all. Thank y'all for watching. Uh, like the video, subscribe for more content. See y'all next time. Peace.